Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of April 12th. This week, we are going to jump right in here and take a look at your current general energies in this first row. In your second row, we're going to look at any messages from your future self. In your last row here, we're going to look at any messages from your guides. And then at the end, I am going to pull 3 yes or no question cards. I will give you time to pause the video to think about your questions if you have one or 3. Even if you don't have 3 questions, I will be answering the last 3 cards all together as well, Aquarius. But Aquarius, make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But Aquarius, let's see here. You start off here in your current general energies with the love card. So definitely some good love energy going on here. And you do have the 3 of Swords, but you have the Ace of Cups, the Lovers, the Empress. These are all really good cards for love. So we're going to have to see what's going on in your love life. But I also feel that the love card can represent something that you love to do, something that you want to create in your life, something that you can pour all your time, effort, and energy into, kind of like a project or a business or a job or your health. And we really see this here with the Empress card, because the Empress card is kind of a card of empowerment, but it's a card of total abundance. So you are creating abundance in your life at this time. You have the King of Swords, the 3 of Swords, and the Emperor here in this first row. I do feel for some of you, this is 2 different people that you're dealing with. The Lovers is being at a crossroads, having a choice to make. And the 5 of Wands is a difficult decision. So somebody definitely has a difficult decision to make here in regards to love. And you have the 2 of Pentacles, which is like weighing your options here, Aquarius. So in love, I do believe that some of you are kind of weighing your options. You're trying to figure out like who is the best person for you here, especially if you're in a like third party, situation, or if you're trying to pick between multiple people here. It's like you're really trying to figure out who is gonna, make you the Empress. And again, it doesn't matter what gender you are, just who is going to, not really provide the most abundance, but who are you going to feel the most abundant with is the question that comes in with the Empress. And down here with the 5 of Wands, it's like which person is going to cause conflict. Even if you're not looking for love, I feel for some of you, you are like, where can I invest a large amount of my energy? The Ace of Cups here. What is going to have the best return? These are the questions that you're asking here, Aquarius, especially in this first row. It's like you're trying to figure out where is the best place to put your energy. I do feel that King of Swords is also your energy as well. So, don't be afraid to kind of use your own wisdom or to, make up your own mind here. I do feel you could be picking between an Aries and another air sign, or it could just be someone who has Aries in their chart and another person who has a bunch of air in their chart as well. And you have the Devil here, the 5 of Cups here, afraid to have regrets. I feel like there are already regrets. Somebody made a hasty decision here. If this is a love situation, I feel like somebody already has regrets. It's almost like somebody in a love situation chose the toxic connection, not the real connection here. But I do feel for some of you, this is like a second chance. So, it's like if maybe you're dealing with a person and they went back to a toxic connection. It's almost like they went back to a karmic connection here. Somebody went back to a karmic. Is what I would say here. And I don't say that lightly. I don't do love readings for the most part, right? I just do, well, I do, because I do whatever comes up, whatever shows up in the readings is what I do. And this definitely looks like a love reading to me for most of you. Not going to be true for all of you, but for some of you, someone went back to something toxic. There could be a second chance or another opportunity to make a different decision. Again, that might not mean going back to anybody, by the way, Aquarius. That could mean you choosing to be single, going out and finding something new. So definitely something to keep in mind. But I feel like somebody is still heartbroken. Somebody's still holding on to something here. It's kind of weird because I'm looking at this as something that is kind of healed in a certain way. But there's still some wounds in this situation as well. So I feel for some of you, if there was a hasty decision made, whether it was you or your person that made the hasty decision in a relationship to go back to a karmic, whoever it was, it's like you know, it's like this happened in the past is what I would say to you here, Aquarius. For others, I'm getting something about, I would be careful of making very quick decisions. I would be careful of any large purchases that you're making here. Again, I don't want to scare anyone. That's not the point of my readings. My readings are just guidance. They're just advice. They're not here to control your life or anything like that. But I would just, do your research. If you're making a large purchase, like purchasing a car, purchasing a house, purchasing something expensive, just there's a combination of cards here, the Knight of Swords being one of them. I really don't like the Knight of Swords on purchases, and it's popping into my head hard right now. So I'd say if you're thinking about making a large purchase, this doesn't necessarily don't do it. It just says, take your time in thinking about the decision, take your time doing your research and figuring out, like, is whatever you're thinking about purchasing right for you or not. So I would just take your time here in making any decisions. In your middle position here for any messages from your future self, you have the By the Book card here and the Higher Power card. It's like you're being guided towards something. I almost feel like your ancestors are guiding you towards something as well here, Aquarius. This last row here is advice from your guides, but I'm getting kind of like your ancestors are guiding you here with these cards. It's like your ancestors are guiding you in a decision. You have the Higher Power card. The Higher Power card would be more kind of like your spirit guides, not necessarily your ancestors, although your spirit guides could be your ancestors and things like that. But I feel like you are being guided. It's like you're being guided more based off of like knowledge that's here on Earth is what I feel like saying. I don't know, kind of weird message. But you have the Ace of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and the Lovers, definitely at a crossroads at this time. I feel like you need to trust your dreams, daydreams, any intuitive messages that you're receiving. Some of you I feel are going to psychics, asking psychics questions and things like that as well, especially with this Empress card here. So some of you could be like seeking out the help of tarot readers and things like that. I feel for some of you, if this was a decision that you made over here, I feel that this decision was made maybe based off of something that a tarot reader said or something like that. And again, I'm not saying that that tarot reader was wrong or anything like that. I'm just saying it's like there might have been some disappointments because of a decision you made based off of a tarot reading or something like that. It's popping into my head, so I have to say it. And yeah, that's what I'm getting there. You have the Ace of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and the Lovers here. Something is not going to be easy, but you're going to do it anyway, is what I feel like saying here, Aquarius. You're moving towards something in your life. It's like there is more risk attached, I'm feeling, with this Two of Pentacles. Whatever decision or change you're making, there's a decent amount of risk in a situation. It's like you're leaving behind safety, I feel here. Some of you, again, could be leaving behind like a karmic partner, a karmic connection, and you could be deciding to become single, or you could be deciding to, date another person or whatever. It's gonna be different for all of you, but I feel you're kind of like leaving that safety, that comfort zone, if that makes sense. If you're not looking for love, for some of you, I feel like you're leaving a job. It's like you're leaving the safety of a job that you have had, but you can't get something off your mind, is what I'm getting with this Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups has these little bells, and it's going to be really hard to see probably, Aquarius, but right under there, the Ace of Cups has these little bells on it. And that's, when I put that card down, that's like the first thing that stood out to me. And those bells I feel like it's like you keep, something is calling to you here. Something keeps trying to get your attention, but I feel like this is more intuitively here that something is trying to get your attention. I feel like your future self is like saying, pay attention to the thing that's trying to get your attention here. I feel like the attention comes in through your dreams, daydreams, like I said already, like intuitively, or through channeling or something like that. It's like maybe you're, it's funny because I said to your opposite sign, I think Leo, I said, I always get the best messages in the shower. So it's like maybe you're in the shower and you get these downloads or something like that from the universe. We definitely need to get more details on this here, Aquarius. I'm not going to leave you hanging. So let's see what is going on here. Ten of Swords here. Yeah, fearing that something is dead, done, over with. But let's see here, Aquarius. You have the King of Wands here. You have the Nine of Wands, not wanting to give up on something. And the Two of Pentacles with the Lovers. It's like someone's trying to make a decision here, Aquarius. I feel like you've thought long and hard about a choice that you're trying to make at this time as well. And it's like you're giving something another chance. Nine of Wands is not giving up. For some of you, this could be with a fire sign. So I really wouldn't call this an X-back reading, is what I would say to you, Aquarius. For some of you, it's like maybe you were in a situationship or, whatever you call those things, like an entanglement or whatever. It's like maybe you weren't really with a person. So, you could be going back to that person. But again, it's like you were never together. So I wouldn't really call this an ex-back type situation. I don't see any cards here that would represent that. It's just more of an intuitive feeling that I'm getting that some of you could be going back to a person here. Could be definitely a fire sign. So I'd say if you're dealing with a fire sign or a Gemini, more specific, or someone who has a lot of Gemini or Capricorn in their chart, that wouldn't surprise me. But fire is definitely standing out to me here, Aquarius. It could be a person who's kind of like King of Wands-ish. And again, whatever gender you're attracted to, could be someone who's very hardworking, somebody who's very successful, somebody who is creative. This is my card of like the entrepreneur as well. I would say it's kind of like, you can't really say that the King of Wands represents you attracting an entrepreneur into your life. It could just be someone who has that entrepreneurial spirit, meaning, they go out and get things that they want. They don't wait for things to come to them, like that type of energy. So I feel that this is like a real go-getter energy that's coming in for you here, Aquarius. Too nosy. We're going to have to clarify this again. So, I don't take pop-outs with this deck because the reason the cards pop out of this deck is because it is too small. But let's see here, Aquarius. Let's see what's going on for you. Five of Wands here. You're definitely conflicted. Five of Wands, we talked about this. Justice here. And the Hangman as well. And something's been put on pause for too long. This is kind of like this is kind of like needing to see something through to the end. I feel like I said the same thing to Pisces, if I'm being honest with you here, Aquarius. So, if you're born closer to Pisces, this might make sense to you here. It's like justice. There needs to be some karmic justice brought into a situation. It's like something never got off the ground here, Aquarius, and it's like you need to see something through to the end. I feel that either you or a person is waking up to something here with the Hangman, how much love there is in a connection, especially if this is love. I do feel like this whole reading is talking about love for most of you. Again, sorry if it doesn't resonate this week. Come back next week, right? But for most of you, I feel like this is love. For others, I would be very careful of making a purchase, like I said. If you're dealing with something legal as well, for those of you, a lot of legal cards here, there could be justice coming in soon. So it's like you're going through a legal battle and things are going to be correcting themselves very soon. In your last row here for any messages from your guides, you have the Hummingbird Spirit. This card really asks you to be present. Again, if you don't know what decision to make here, because you're clearly trying to make a choice, the Hangman, he puts himself in Hangman mode. Look, Two of Pentacles lovers, like being at a crossroads, having a choice to make, in like trying to find some answers. The Hangman puts himself in Hangman mode. He puts himself on pause with this card here. And he gets some answers. He finds enlightenment, right? His head is glowing on the Hangman. So I feel for a lot of you, it's like this has been a long journey. You've really been searching for some inner answers, trying to figure out like what you want your life to look like. And the Hummingbird is you getting your rewards, because it is a card of getting to the end of a long journey and getting your nectar, getting the sweetness in life. So I feel your guides want you to know that you're kind of at the end here. You have the Empress, the Fool, and the Five of Wands. I feel like you need to take a leap of faith towards something and stop hesitating here, Aquarius. I don't want to call you out. I think I'm going to title this reading a calling out reading, because I feel like calling you out, if I'm being honest, but I feel like you need to stop hesitating and jump towards something at this time. It's like the beginning of this reading is like saying it's okay for you to have gathered your details, right? The Lovers is like the love card here, with the Three of Swords and the Lovers, whether it's a love or not, it's like this is you trying to protect your heart, trying to protect yourself from a disappointment. Five of Cups. And this over here is like saying, okay, you've gathered all the information. Remember what I was saying about doing your research before you make a purchase. I'm wondering if, for some of you, I feel like that's true. For a lot of you, I would definitely do that, especially if you're buying something more expensive. But for a lot of you, I feel like this is a very kind of research-heavy energy here. And it's like you've been researching a life transition here. You've been researching very deeply a potential relationship that you want to get into. It's like this last row is your guide saying like, okay, you put yourself on pause. You were able to, gather all the details. You're not going to be, you're not going to be young forever, right, Aquarius? take the leap of faith. It's like there is this energy of not being able to, put something off any longer. I feel like your guides are like saying, like, you've learned what you need to learn. Five of Wands is a card of conflict and competition. There will always be reasons not to do something that you want to do, or there will always be reasons why you think maybe something is too risky. It's like those reasons will always exist, but that doesn't change anything, Aquarius. So I really feel your guides are saying, yeah, like there will always be challenges. There will always be things that you need to overcome, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't do something. Look at this. Your outcome, I feel, is the Empress. This is like your guide saying, if you take a leap of faith to make a decision here that you know you need to make, then you will be very successful. You already know this. Like, I feel this is one of those readings that I don't need to do because I feel that in a lot of ways, it's like if this is resonating with you, you already know, Aquarius. You have the King of Swords here. You've already gathered all the information necessary. You have the Star moving towards a wish. This is like a wish, dream come true coming in for you, Aquarius. And the Hangman as well. Again, I feel like the Hangman is just saying you've gathered enough information. You've gathered enough details. King of Swords twice. That's major clarity here as well. It's like you know what to do. Even if you're hesitating. I feel for some of you, if you're like trying to pick someone to love, it's like you know who the better person is. King of Swords, the Emperor right here. It's like you know who the Emperor, or look at divine counterparts here. It's like you know who which person this is if you're trying to make a decision. So I feel like this is saying stop hesitating. It's like you could be seeing someone as your Emperor or your Empress or whatever, right? Whatever you're attracted to, doesn't matter. And you could see that a person as your Emperor, Empress, as your divine counterpart, but it's like there's these underlying worries and fears, like what if this person leaves me and all this other stuff. Like, again, I don't want to call you out here, but there is this energy here of like, that is kind of like saying, if you do not move towards this person's just going to move on. And again, take it how it resonates, because it could be your person might need to do this. Obviously, if you're in that situation where it's the other person that needs to make a move, there's really not much you can do. But again, somebody needs to make a move here because there's too much hesitation going on here. It's like somebody already knows the truth is what I feel like saying. For those of you making any type of change whatsoever, it's going to lead to a lot of abundance. Pretty simple, again, pretty simple reading, but love it. This is a very powerful reading as well here, Aquarius. But Aquarius, I would just move towards something that you know is right for you. It's going to lead to a lot of abundance, rewards, success. Very simple. Like I said, we're going to do 3 cards now. I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3. So feel free to pause this video and think of up to 3 questions. If you only have 1 question, great. Then I'm going to put them all together and answer 1 question. If you don't have a question, that's fine too. I'm just going to put it all together anyway. For card number 1, you have the 10 of Cups. Yes, definitely. Happy home, happy family. 10 of Cups, celebration, happiness. Everything you've ever wanted, which is what this entire reading is about. Card number 2, yes, Page of Wands. So I would say yes, go on the adventure. Definitely going to require work. I feel I'm getting something, the word gravel popping into my head or something like that. It's like something needs to be broken down. Like I said, I think something needs to be, whatever you're asking about, I feel like you need to break it down into bite-sized chunks that will make things work faster. And for card number 3, Aquarius, I would say trust your intuition, but I'd say yes here on this card. There's like some sort of delay, I feel, but whatever you're asking about, it's like there's a delay, but it's going to pick back up. If you only have 1 question, by the way, I would say yes. Just take everything I just said and put it all together. If you don't have a question, I feel that this is you needing to go on an adventure to find your 10 of Cups. Your 10 of Cups clearly exists right here, Emperor and Empress. 10 of Cups says there's multiple people out there for you. Again, if you're on the opposite side of this, if you have made a decision, you see someone as your divine counterpart, but they're not making a move, 10 of Cups reminds us like, hey, you know what, if someone doesn't see it, that's on them, right? And there's nothing you can do. 10 of Cups reminds us that we have multiple people here on Earth at any given time that we can be with. And if someone kind of like leaves our energy field by not moving towards us, by not making a decision, there will be someone else who will take that place. There will be someone else. People are constantly raising their vibration. That's what people need to realize. It's like people are always and always will be matching your energetic level. So it's like if someone leaves your vibration because of whatever reason, they're not willing to make a move towards you, I mean, that's too bad for them. So there will always be more people available to you here, Aquarius. But very powerful reading. You're definitely making a choice to move towards like happiness, good things here. Love it. But I would just make a move. If you are the one trying to make a decision, it's like you already know everything you need to know. So just take the leap of faith with the Fool card. But this is good. So thank you for watching, Aquarius. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you this week. Also, feel free to like and subscribe. Really appreciate the support. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.